Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Yep. Poopy square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to level 215 of Playable Characters Podcast. This is Brian. Happy 2023, everybody. We did it. 5 years of doing this stupid podcast. Can you believe it? No podcast ever done that before. Don't look it up. I'm pretty sure it's a fact. 215 episodes. Can I make it a 250? I don't know. Doubt it. We'll see what happens, everybody. Having a good time. We know this show's us the best and so much fun. Hey, I know I've said the book will be out in 2023. It's 2023. It's pretty early, but it's a good chance this book comes out this year. Keep an eye. I'll let you know, everybody. Get off my back. I know I've been talking about it for a year and a half, and it's pretty much done. I just got the couple tweaks and things to do. I'm very proud of it. The Playable Characters Podcast book. So we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a thing very soon. I'm excited for 6 of you to buy it, and I'll burn the rest. Anyway, everybody, let's dive in. You're looking at your phone, your app right now, and you're like, holy shit, how did it take this long to get this legend on the show? We have the one and only, I can't wait to see what's going on. We have the one and only Donkey Kong on the show. And he just signed off.
Hello. I'm here. The internet's very bad on Kong Island. I apologize.
Oh my god! I was introducing you, and you just signed right off.
I'm very. Makes me so angry that I cannot get Spectrum to work out here on the Kong Island.
I'm so sorry, but I'm glad you made it back in after 6 minutes.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Donkey Kong, everybody, incredible. Thanks for joining us. So what happened? You just had a little. Do you have dial-up over there? Did your mom pick up the
dial-ups? You know, if I don't collect enough bananas in a day, then it doesn't power the internet. So I had to go run out. I had Diddy go get me a couple to. We should be good. We should be good for the podcast. My apologies.
So you pay in bananas. That's interesting. We have solar power here where we are in America, but you pay you feed your internet through bananas. You say.
Yes, through bananas. We actually feed them directly into the disk slot.
Well, that's not good.
We've repurposed them. So the bananas, it's the potassium.
Really?
Yeah, the potassium gets into the nodes of the computer and the hard drives, and it generates electricity. And
who told you this? I don't know if that's how it works.
Lanky Kong. He's the IT guy.
You can't trust him. I don't know. Well,
why can't you trust him? Because he's got a funny face. What's the?
It's a little okay. Hey, if it works, it works, right? Who am I to say? I've never tried it, but. So you put the banana right in the old disk slot, you called it.
Right. If as computers progress, I've heard that they progress to the point of not needing, no more disk slots. So as soon as this computer dies, I will have no internet access.
Hopefully, there's another way. We'll see. There could be. So I had Paperboy on the show, man, episode 2, and he installs satellite dishes down people's homes for their internet. Maybe you can. I can put you in touch with him. Maybe that's a way to get you some internet on your hut.
Yeah, well, technically it's a home. Thank you. But we're not supposed to really let anybody that's not a Kong onto the island. Okay. We've been getting a little bit of pushback for that, saying that we're racist. But
okay.
I if anything, specious. How I would put it. But we have enough trouble keeping our banana supplies unscrewed with. So I would. I'll come to him.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
Next time I'm on a cart run or something, I'll come to him.
Right. So it's taking a long time to come on the show. Thank you, first of all. It's been a long time. The biggest thing people say about you went from villain to hero. You did a complete 180, which is great. And maybe you weren't even a villain. Mario, we know, is kind of a dick. I don't know. Maybe you were the hero that time, and you just friends with Pauline. I don't know, but. What do you owe that to? Your complete, I guess, public 180, if you will.
So, that was my grandfather.
That's true too. I'm so sorry. You're right. But that was cranky.
I know we all look the same, Brian.
I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I can see why you're speechless. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was my grandfather that kidnapped one of Mario's floozies. He hops around women. I don't want to get into it. We're on good terms right now.
Oh, interesting. You can if you want.
Yeah. I race in his go-kart league. And in exchange for that, I sign off on my likeness being used in his games. Gotcha. So I get kickbacks for the carts, and then we scratching each other's backs, which as a monkey-like thing I enjoy.
That's of course. What do you monkey-like thing? You're not
I'm a Kong. Monkey? I'm a Kong.
All right. Well, I mean, it's a monkey. Are you not?
Do monkeys speak and drive go-karts, Brian?
Excellent point.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do I call you Donkey? Do I call you Kong? Do I call you Sir? What would you like? DK?
Mr. Kong will do, but Donkey's fine.
Okay.
Donkey is fine.
Now listen, you say that only Kongs are on your island. Are you all related?
We don't need to get into the specifics of our personal lives as a Kong family. We are first and foremost a family. We're all family.
Sure.
And
like Olive Garden or like legit family?
You don't want to know what the Olive Garden staff does with one another. You don't.
I worked there for a year. That's why I met my wife. So
so you understand exactly what's going on.
I understand a little bit.
And we don't need to get into the specifics of how some of us are technically different monkeys. Like I am what you would call basically a gorilla, and Lanky's an orangutan, and
is Diddy a spider monkey? Maybe.
Diddy's useless, is what he is.
He was on the show a while ago. Yeah,
he's I love him. I love him like a brother. He might be my brother. Brother, cousin. It's all kind of the same thing on Kong Island.
Nephew, but
he's pretty useless.
He's got a peanut gun. It's not that scary, to be honest.
No, not at all. Not at all. And he wants to get better. He wants to train, but he can't. He needs to first come to terms with the fact that we all have strange hair. You've seen mine. It looks like an ice cream swoop.
It does.
And he's always got that baseball cap on. He's afraid to show everybody.
Oh, you have a bald spot? What's going on in there?
And it's even worse when you're a Kong and you have a bald spot. But yes, Diddy is balding, and he is very young for a Kong.
Sure. Okay. That's a little sad. I'm sorry for that. Well, it's okay being bald. I've been bald for a long time.
Well, you don't need to be sorry. It's not happening to me.
Oh yeah, no, you look great.
Diddy's getting what he deserves, in my opinion.
Oh really? Well, what did he do? Has he been shunned from the tribe or anything? Or
every time I have him look after my bananas, they get stolen.
Well, that's I mean, obviously something's going on there.
I'm obviously, and it's not that I don't think he's doing anything on purpose.
Sure.
I believe he's incompetent. If he was eating the bananas that went missing, he would be getting bigger.
He's a tiny monkey.
He is a tiny monkey. Tell him that. Tell him that he loves hearing that.
He's pounding your chest. I love it. Yeah. Okay, so he doesn't like. Will he rip my face off? Is he one of those like?
We can all do that.
Oh Jesus!
Every single one of us.
I gotta say, great move. That's a great monkey move. Us human, we never saw that coming. Like
Kong, we're Kongs, Brian.
Sorry, I know, but even like in my world, we have monkeys here that rip our faces off, and it's like, hey, you win. We can't do that even to each other. But the fact that you and your kind, let's say, figure that out, terrifying. Great.
Well, I don't like how you said that. First of all, but second of all,
I meant it in the most respectful way I could.
How does your world's monkeys deal with barrels?
We're gonna get to that. So now, actually, so this might offend you. We put our monkeys in a barrel. It's a saying. It's a very old children's game.
What do you do? Do you shoot them then once they're in the barrel?
I don't. They probably have at some point, which is terrible. But I don't know exactly what they do. Just don't put all your monkeys in a barrel or something. It's like a real dumb expression. So. I think you figured out a really cool way to use barrels. We have not yet.
Okay, you know what? I'm fine with it as long as there's not some type of like children's game based around it.
There is though. Yeah.
Oh boy,
it sucks. We kind of you open the barrels, a bunch of monkeys, and they're kind of hanging on each other. It's stupid. It's for very simple children. I think.
that is terrible. They've.
Yeah.
How do the monkeys have room? As a large Kong myself,
right. Yes, right.
I pride myself when I have vast open distances to run around and shoot my gun at things and collect bananas. So hopefully you're not cramming a whole bunch of these monkeys into one barrel.
There's a lot. There's no room to move. You got to shake. Sometimes you got to shake the barrel to even get them out because they're so cramped in there.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I'll have a talk with some of my people. I'm very close with the folks over at Nintendo. So I'm sorry.
Don't rip their face off. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Brian, is this a game to you? This
no, this is not monkeys in a barrel to me.
What is this? Is this funny? I bet you'll think it's funny too.
What?
When Kongs or monkeys, where we've had a very long day and we're very excited to go to bed, so we start jumping on the bed. Does that please you, Brian? Do you think that's funny? I've heard the little rhyme or riddle or whatever that is that you guys have.
Yeah, we're
do you like it when we bump our head, Brian? Do you like that? Is CTE funny to you?
Not that part. I'm sorry, not that part. We're fascinated with monkeys. We're fascinated with you guys. We've been told, and I believe we've come. I don't want to say this either. We've evolved. That sounds
my God! There's the word. There it is.
I realized as I was saying it because you're just as. Evolved.
I wear a tie, Brian. I wear a tie to work.
I see it. You're way more evolved than me, even I would say. Look at me, right? I think you're way more advanced.
I think I'm on the high end of the primate end, and you're on the low end of the human end.
I wouldn't say the low end, middle.
You mid. I'll give you that you're mid. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a middle human, right?
Yes, you're very mid, Brian. You're very mid.
That's a nice compliment. Why the tie though? Just a
because I'm a professional.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely. Like I take my job very seriously.
And your job is
collecting bananas, Brian. Do you know anything about me?
I do, but I didn't think that was like an actual job. I thought it was more of a hobby.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not like stand-up comedy.
Or podcasting. Yeah.
Or podcasting. What was I hear you have a book coming out?
Oh, you heard that.
I can't wait for that to be a collectible in one of my games.
It's gotta be. Yeah. So you collect, so why do you okay. Fun job. Is the attire or the wardrobe or uniform, let's say, necessary? What do you, or you feel like, you know what? I'm out there to do a job. I'm going to look my best. Is that
Brian? Do you think it's appropriate to show up to your job naked?
No,
you don't. No. Good, because all my friends, are dressed up appropriately.
Sure, Dixie's got a little beret on.
Mm-hmm. You know? Absolutely, and we've got Lanky with his overall. He always is the best dressed. Not a fan of him. I want to punch him every day when I see him, but he's he's the best dressed by far. My grandfather didn't show up to work with any clothes on, and I'm not really embarrassed about what he did to Mario's girlfriend. Like I said, we have a sordid history with Mario, but I'm more embarrassed that he showed up to work to throw barrels naked.
Interesting. Yeah. I was going to ask what's in the barrels. Do you keep anything in those barrels, or it's just a...
Oh, it's C4.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why they explode when they hit certain things. Some of them have C4. Some of them are empty. Some of them have bananas. Yeah, it's booby trapped. Everybody on the island knows.
Oh, okay. What. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's to throw off intruders.
It's a surprise to Mario.
Yes.
That makes sense. Yeah, well, I mean, you keep saying the island. What was it like getting your own country? Like, you have Donkey Kong Country. That's pretty impressive. Like, you're like I said, you're apex. You're the top of the Kongs there. Like, what is? Did someone just say, "Hey, you want this island?" Or did you guys just take it over?
It was well. There may have been some other things here. There may have been some Koopas that got trooped out, or some Goombas that got sent back to New Jersey. But it's very. My grandfather came by the island honest, a fair, honest play. We don't get into a lot of the specifics on it, but he made some good business deals.
Oh, nice.
And
was he wearing pants at the time?
No. That's part of the reason he's Cranky Kong. That's part of the reason he's very upset he doesn't have pants.
I got you. Can you get him a pair, or he doesn't care? He just doesn't.
He at this point, it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. He just sits around every day cursing Mario, watching the guy in the cloud,
Lakitu,
with the camera from Mario's. He has his own news network, as I'm sure you know, and he's very bad about spreading misinformation. And day in, day out, my grandfather just sits there pantsless, tieless, and takes in whatever god awful stuff he's spewing forward. So
gotcha. Can he move around, or he's just in his rocking chair all day yelling at, get off my lawn type of thing?
He can move.
Okay.
We have almost supernatural strength, and it never goes away until we die 3 times. So
that's amazing.
Yes, it's of course we're superhuman, we're Kongs, but
yes.
But he will be as strong as he's ever been until the day he dies.
That's awesome. Because I always picture, like, with us, like, I see old men walking around in like a 3-piece suit and they can barely move. I'm like, must take them an hour and a half to get into that suit. Just wear some sweatpants, man. That's what I think. I was trying to think if Cranky was the same thing, but he's just sitting there butt naked, just cursing Mario. I get it.
We have a long-standing rivalry with sweatpants.
I didn't know
that. Some people like it quite a bit when we wear them, and other people don't. So we just kind of split the difference and go without sweatpants. We don't want to embarrass anybody.
Now, speaking of embarrass, I don't know what you think about this. A study came out recently.
I don't read, first of all.
Okay,
I should say I can't read.
Oh, you can't even read. Well, no. that might be good, because somebody, it might have been a lie. It might have been someone who's jealous of monkeys, your strength, your majesticism, if that's
right.
A word. What?
I'm not a monkey.
So a Kong. I'm looking at you, and it's hard to. I'll definitely try harder.
Okay.
But I'll say this: not you, but monkeys or gorillas technically have, ratio-wise, the smallest penis. Out of.
I didn't know if we could say penis on your podcast.
We can. Out of all the animals, could be relative to your size.
Mm-hmm.
How do you respond to that?
Why do you think my grandfather was throwing barrels?
I don't know.
He's a small penis, Brian.
Oh, he has got a small. Okay.
We all have a small penis.
And you're fine with it.
It is what it is.
That's true. It is.
I mean, somebody looks at it, they make fun of it, we kidnap them, take them to another castle. That's how it is.
How about you use your face ripping technique and just maybe rip their penis off? I don't know if you want to touch it, but I'm just saying that might be, hey, take this, jerk.
Brian, if I ripped off every penis of every person that made fun of me, I would have a collection of penises that outmatches my collection of bananas. So it's a lot, and they're smaller than the bananas most of the time, depending on where you're at.
Sure.
And I don't have the room for it. And I can't throw them out. I love trophies. So
no, I'm saying you don't have to keep them.
I do have to keep them. I feel collectibles, Brian, collectibles. Maybe if I collect 100 penises, I get an extra life. Who knows?
Maybe true. How many do you have left? You said 3. You're dead. Do you still have all 3?
I'm at 2 right now, so I need to go hunting for some bananas later, and hopefully re-up. I never get any more than 3. That's
right.
Not fair, but
Yeah. Okay. Just don't start collecting penises. That'll be a lot. I think it'd be weird if friends come over and like, hey, check out this collection I just started.
You don't think they would come over and go, you collected all 4,000 penises?
I don't think so.
You 100%ed the penis game?
I don't know. It's a lot. Maybe try 1 or 2, see if anybody's into it. If someone's just like, hey, cool, man.
Sometimes, Brian, you just need to do things for you. You
don't
need to do it because other people are into it. You got to do it because you feel like it's right to rip people's penises off their body.
It's very true, too. Some people deserve it. I agree with that,
Starting number 1 with Mario.
I would like to talk about a little bit, Mario. Okay. If you, he's got the movie, you're in the movie, or maybe your likeness.
Yes.
What is the deal with him? Because we've never had him on. He came on episode 100. He called me a fucking asshole and left. He was on for like 2 seconds. He told me to go fuck myself, actually. In our Smash Brothers, we commentated a Smash Brothers tournament. You were there. You didn't come on, but yeah. So he's a bit of a dick. He's avoided us for a long time.
Did he woohoo you?
Of course, he just said that. He told me to go.
You don't want to know what that means in his home country.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it? You can tell me. I assume it's bad.
It's very bad. It's very bad.
So every time he says "wahoo," he's really saying
he's saying, oh, "Fuck your mother," comma. I hope you die in a fire, comma. Mario is the best #1.
What an asshole! That's why I don't even want him on the show. When he's old and washed up, I'm not even going to let him come on.
I do want to say that is the gist of it. I don't have a 100% translation. I don't want to, be misattributing it. There's a word here or there change, but the sentiment is that.
Are you sure? Okay. So who told you what it meant in the first place?
Luigi. Luigi's cool. Luigi he's been on awesome.
He's great. He's been on the show. He was great. We even had our older brother Anthony on one time, who doesn't do the he's strictly a plumber.
Oh, is he he's
our older brother he didn't get into the game business. He's strictly a plumber in Brooklyn. Anthony's really nice. Luigi's great.
Got the thing on his face?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, yeah. I know him. Okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, it seemed like him and Pauline, she was a doll, but everywhere Mario goes, he leaves this path of destruction.
Pauline. I've heard some stories about her from Grandpa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed cool with it. She seemed cool with the quote unquote kidnapping.
They had like a very tumultuous relationship, and she would always be like, Mario, save me, but then she'd whisper in his ear, I don't want to be saved.
Right. It's like Princess Peach again and Bowser. They're in cahoots. They get it. Mario's a kind of a piece of shit for that. He's a real he's an easy mark.
Mario's not a bad guy, but he's really not a good guy. I'll tell you that.
I'll give you that. That we can agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's all gone to his head. He's super successful. Maybe it's that.
Yeah, I mean, he signed off on it. You got some people in the movie that are voicing themselves.
Sure.
And then you've got Mario coming in. He could have voiced himself. He couldn't be bothered. So he passes it off to Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Who is doing his own voice.
Like an octave, like a slightly higher Chris. Yeah, I mean, look, the rest of the cast is probably going to carry that movie, which is fine. I hope you're represented well in it. It seems like you will be. So that's nice. That's good to see.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm getting a hell of a payday for it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you mentioned a bunch of your family: Dixie, Diddy, Cranky, Lanky. It's nice you guys are all together. Are there any other family members we haven't heard of or that aren't in the spotlight? You guys have fun names. Is there anybody else out there that's?
Oh, you want fun names?
I mean, if you got them, if there's any other family members out there that live on the island.
There's an adult movie star Kong.
Oh, really?
Adult film Kong, and we support everybody because Kongs always do whatever they're doing. They do it the best.
Definitely. And
we are proud of him. It's not something I would ever do, but he is the best at it.
What's his name?
His name is Schlong Kong.
It makes sense. That's really good. Yeah, and
he's the best.
You guys all watch his videos?
And he recently married another Kong, actually from off the island.
Oh.
She also does adult films.
Really? I'm just going to ask for the hell of it. I'm sure you're going to tell me, but what's her name?
Thong Kong.
Love it. That's great. Schlong and Thong Kong.
We've got a guy that's he's not quite right. He's always out kind of screwing stuff up. Worse than Diddy, actually.
Oh, geez.
It's one of those guys where he takes the simplest of tasks and no matter what it is, just completely screws it up.
Right.
His name is Wrong Kong.
Because he's always doing things wrong.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. Hold on, back to Schlong for a second.
Yes.
The women or the men that he's doing this to.
Doing it with, I would say.
Doing it with. Are those also Kongs? Or your
Oh, we don't discriminate. I mean, whoever's willing to appear on camera really is what it comes down to. It's an availability thing.
Maybe that's where wrong Kong came from. I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta be careful of where you mix the bloodlines, I guess you can say.
Yes. Oh, I want to tell you about my other cousin.
Do this all day.
Yes, absolutely. Went into he's in a conflict in Vietnam back in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and had a lot of amazing things happen to him.
Wow.
Met Elvis.
Oh wow.
Met John F. Kennedy.
Crazy. Wow.
He ran across the country from one end to the other, and started a very successful shrimp.
Did he?
Shrimp business. Bought some shares in Apple before it blew out. Really amazing guy. But one facet, this is where he gets his name.
Sure.
One facet of his military service. He went over to China.
Oh.
And was involved in table tennis, and he was one of the best. And that's why we call him Ping Pong Kong.
You take all the other accolades, but you call him Ping Pong.
Yeah, Ping Pong Kong.
He's done a lot of stuff, but that's the one you focus on. That's good. It's interesting. Does he still play?
Does he still play? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He's actually going to be in the next Mario Olympics.
Oh, and you're in that too. You're in all the. You're in the.
I'm in everything, Brian. Come on now. I'm
Smash. Like, is that fun doing all this? I mean, I don't know if it's fun fighting other people like Bowser or freaking Ganondorf from Zelda, but is it fun doing those things? The cart seems fun. Smash
the cart's a blast.
Golfing, tennis, like all those things. Like, yeah.
It really helps to keep me active. Now that I still collect bananas and but I'm more of a figurehead of the company.
Gotcha,
Diddy heads a lot of that.
Okay.
We have another guy that we brought in, Logistics Kong. He does a really good job with running the company, make sure everything is running smoothly. But day to day, I help out where I'm needed, but for the most part, I'm able to take off when I want to, go do tennis, do the Olympics, do Mario Kart. Mario Kart's my favorite by far.
Of course.
But I have an inherent sense as a Kong, or as a monkey, as you keep calling me.
I'm so sorry.
To beat things to death. Right. So Smash really helps me get that out of my system so that I'm not doing that, at business meetings or what have you.
Yeah, like when you see who's that kid, like Nestor or whatever his name is, and he's fighting you. Are you just like, come on, this is a little kid with a yo-yo?
I let him get a few in every once in a while, and then I launch him completely off the screen. My favorite thing to do is to have 2 lives left when the other person has 1 life left.
Sure.
And I grab onto them and I jump off the platform.
Oh, look at that. That's a great idea.
Because there's nothing they can do.
That's a great idea. They can't break out of your bear hug or Kong hug.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. I'm gonna use it. If I use you next time, I'll try that technique.
If you use me, you should only main me on anything.
Yeah, you're very good. I do like you in card. I did use you a lot in Smash Bros, but you were very good.
I'm damn good. I'm the best.
Yeah. Well, what are you up to? Oh, sorry, what?
A master hand, if you can.
I mean, who the fuck is that? Let's be honest.
Yeah, you can jerk you off pretty good. That's about all.
Well, not you. You have a tiny penis. Sorry.
You got me there, Brian.
Sorry. It's a big hand. I couldn't even jerk me off. Not at my peak. So you're doing so many things. What do you do for fun? I guess how do you chill and relax? Is there anything you do? Are you always busy? Are you I think you're kind of like The Rock in my world, like just always busy, always doing stuff. Real popular, of course.
Absolutely. I thank you for saying that, Brian. I really appreciate that.
Sure.
I do a lot of meet and greets
with
fans.
You go to Comic Kongs?
I go to Comic Kongs. Comic Book Kong is there most of the time selling his collection.
He's got a cape. He's got a cape, right?
He used to, not anymore. Yeah, it was kind of felt looking, and now he doesn't wear it anymore.
Feces and stuff.
That's.
Oh, do you guys do that?
Common misconception. No, we don't. We throw barrels.
You throw barrels, and those aren't full of
feces. It's full of feces.
Oh, it is some of them. Okay.
Some of them, yes.
C4.
C4 in the middle and feces wrapped in that. So that
oh my god!
You see?
A real shit bomb.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's a good idea. That because even if the explosion doesn't get you, your day's ruined.
Yes, absolutely. Gets in your eyes. It's very bad. And Kong feces is yellow.
Oh, interesting. How come?
Oh, the bananas. The bananas.
Yeah. Now they're full of potassium.
We don't have a functioning digestive tract.
Really?
Yeah, our energy comes from the volcanic energy of Kong Island.
Interesting.
We that's why we can eat bananas, but then it basically comes out just banana.
Okay. But you need them to live. You need to eat them, though. It's not like
we don't need.
You need sustenance. Oh, okay.
I'm a sentient monkey for all intents and purposes, Brian. This is. Let me school you a little bit on the functionality of how a Kong continues to live. First of all, we do get like sources of energy from killing things. Like when we kill things, we are just so happy.
Yep.
That gives us energy.
Yep. Gotcha.
Like I said, the volcano on Kong Island, there's some magic there that allows us some energy.
Very cool.
Yes. But if we have depleted both of those, then in that case, yes, we can eat bananas for energy.
Gotcha. Well, that seems awesome. Like, I guess us, we need food or we get tired. You know what I mean? But if I can go, I guess I couldn't kill anybody for energy. But if there's something else we could do, an activity for energy, that would change the world. That'd be great.
Now, if we're talking about what charges my soul, not just my body, my soul,
right?
Competition.
Yeah,
competition first and foremost, whether it's a one-on-one disagreement between me and Mario,
right,
or Smash Brothers tournament with like 6 characters. That's great. I love winning at Mario Kart.
Yeah,
it just takes me back. Takes me back.
Great. Yeah. Do you and Schlong ever compete?
I know better.
He's the best.
He looks exactly like me, but with an 8-foot penis.
Whoa! Look at that. Can you just for funsies, can you send me a link to one of his videos?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious.
It is behind a paywall. I do want you to know, but I can send you a link.
I'll throw a few bananas at it. Just want to just for research. Just want to check it out.
Yeah, he's the reason that OnlyFans had to change their payment option to bananas.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, didn't know that was an option. It's like Apple Pay, Google Pay, bananas. It was like
it's actually. Yeah, you see, they have Apple Pay. It was pissing us off.
Oh, I guess you want a banana.
Yeah, you have Apple Pay. Why not Banana Pay?
I walked right into that.
Logical next step.
Totally, that makes a lot of sense. We got to go in a minute. But do you have anything else you want to tell our fans or the other Kongs? I don't know. Any words of wisdom from the legend himself?
Diddy, you're a bitch. First of all. Other than that, I just want to thank all my fans for all the support over the years. That goes out to you.
Love it.
I hope that was picked up on the mics the several times I've been doing it.
Definitely.
I hope to see you guys at whatever Comic Kong I happen to be at, signing autographs. Maybe come out and watch a race at the Kingdom Raceway.
I would love to. I would love to. Next time, let me know.
Absolutely.
I would. Now we have the contact information. We're friends, I think. All right, we're friends.
Yeah, I can get you box seats.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, fully catered. Whole deal. We get you taken care of.
I will say this: I love like banana milkshakes and banana Laffy Taffy.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. People think I'm crazy. Big fan of those.
Well, I wouldn't call banana taffy banana based.
It's Laffy Taffy. It's banana flavored.
Banana flavored. I mean, every once in a while, if I get a little crazy, I might have one of those, but it does tear my insides up quite a bit. So
you can't. Yeah, you can't digest it.
Yeah, I need the milkshake is doable. I throw up the milk, but the banana passes through. It's a bit of a process, but it is delicious. So I go through it a couple times a year. But yeah, we'll get you hooked up. Banana vodka that actually does not tear me up. Surprisingly, that just passes through. Yeah, and we'll get you hooked up. Schlong will be there.
Oh, yeah, I would love to meet Schlong in person.
Schlong and Thong, they'll be there. They try to drop by when they can. So yeah, we'll get you taken care of.
Love it. Hey, do you want to play a quick game with me before we go?
Oh, absolutely.
Let's play a game of Wed, Bed, Dead, everybody. So, Donkey, I'm going to give you 3 video game characters. You just tell me who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. Okay. And I'll show you some pictures here in case you don't know. The first one you're definitely going to know. You probably had many run-ins with him on the cart and in the Olympics. We have Toad from the Mushroom Kingdom. So you obviously,
oh boy,
you probably maybe even be friends with him. People think his penis looks like his head looks like a penis. I don't.
They think his penis looks like a head.
Yes, maybe. But he seems like very, very jovial and happy. He's a captain now, Captain Toad, which is cool. So there's Toad. We all know him. Also, doesn't wear a lot of clothes. He's got the vest on with no shirt, which is kind of cool.
That's a power play.
Yeah. Next one is from the Darkstalkers series. This guy called John Talbane. This is a werewolf who wears pants, and his name is John, which is very strange. Okay. I think his mom was a human. His dad was a werewolf. Yeah, that's kind of kinky. And he turned into a werewolf. He's a pretty good fighter, obviously. Very good fighter.
I would like to take a minute to have a bit of a side note. I just want to thank all the furries out there that have been helping me further my career over the years. This just reminded me.
No problem. Yeah. He's got cool ripped pants, great fighter.
Got abs.
Jacked, right? Yeah. So this might be a good fit for you for whatever. This last one's going to be a weird one, but he's on the list, and it's a random list, and this is what I got to do. Mimir from God of War, not Kratos himself.
Right,
it's Mimir the head.
Okay.
So Mimir is technically the smartest person in the world. He's got these little horns. He's got like dead white eyes. Knows everything. Has seen everything. But
sounds like Lanky.
But he's just a head now with a pretty gross beard, because where Kratos ripped his head off, it just kind of left his body there. But he's still alive. It's a head. Okay. So do whatever you want with that. So we got Mimir.
What are Mimir's powers?
He knows everything.
He's very smart. He's very smart. Is that it?
He can talk a lot, and he's kind of funny.
Before he was just a head, was he able to?
No, he was
powerful.
He was the smartest man in wherever.
You keep saying smart. He's just a bitch. Is this what I'm hearing? Like he just knew
everything.
Can't fight.
No.
Okay.
He's not a fighter, so he's a head. Okay. He's a head now. But Mimir, John Talbane, and Toad. Wed, Bed, Dead, Donkey. Who are your choices?
All right. I am going to I'm going to kill Mimir.
Oh.
Because nobody likes a know-it-all.
Okay. That's good.
I had a different answer. If he had been a good fighter, I would have had a different answer, but I'm going to have to kill Mimir.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I am going to bed. Who is the wolf man?
John Talbane.
John Talbane, because that's a power play on my part. I would have killed him because he's the most experienced fighter, but
alpha, 2 alphas going at it. Right?
Yeah, but then it would have done me no good to bed the head.
Very true.
It would have done me no good. I'm marrying Toad. Toad's a good guy.
Interesting.
Toad's a good guy. He's going to take care of me a ton of money. Dude is loaded. Don't let him. It actually, in the games and everything, it's one guy. And they copy and paste his image. The other Toads are not different Toads. It's one guy.
Oh.
Yeah. And every time they copy and paste his likeness, he gets another piece of money.
Well, that's pretty cool.
It is.
So he's a clone. Every time he's cloned.
No, it's CGI. It's not even cloning. It's just
so it's no harm to him.
No harm at all.
No, well, I mean,
if we want to get into the ethics of cloning, I don't think it's a harm to anybody to clone them. But
sure,
that's neither here nor there.
All right, so you're marrying into money.
I also don't want any questions about why I look exactly like my grandfather and father.
No, we're done with that question. Yeah, I get you've proven yourself.
Yes,
enough. There's still plenty of questions, but we won't get to them today. Yeah, okay. So you're gonna bed John, wed Toad. Sorry, Mimir, you're done, right?
Yes,
interesting.
I don't like people that are smarter than me, and that's most people.
Yeah, interesting. So here's the thing. I was thinking of wedding Mimir because my house is all Google hooked up. I can say, Google, what's it? I can ask a question. I don't need those anymore. I got my husband here. I got Mimir, the world's most smartest head. It might be cool. And he's got story after story. There's never a dull moment. He's got a lot of anecdotes and the history of everything. I think he'd be a really good companion for a long time because
Brian, you see, I've dated so many women that thought they were Mimir that I don't think I could do it again. Every single one of them, they know everything.
Yeah.
They know what I'm thinking.
But he literally does. Like, that's his thing. Like,
they all literally do, Brian.
It's proven.
They've proven it to me time and time again.
He really wants to take down Odin, which
a new one.
Which Kratos did. Spoiler alert. Sorry, get the game. It's amazing. So but yeah. This next one here is where it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
Kill a werewolf if you got silver, pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to?
You'll feel bad if you kill him. If you kill Toad.
Well, I think for kind of your reasons, I think I want to bed John Talbane also.
Mm-hmm.
Because
alpha male move.
Peak physical right? Afterwards, we can cuddle. He's a nice furry wolf. Might be nice.
Furry is the right word,
right? Just to kind of cuddle up with that mane of hair he's got there. And then I'm sorry, Toad. I'm gonna have to. And we did have Toad on the podcast too. Great, loved him. Super nice. He put out a statement when Stormy Daniels said he looked like Trump's penis. He came on to say he had to clear his name.
Do you listen to his sleep podcast?
Toad?
Yeah, he voices a sleep podcast.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
It's like, hi, it's Toad, and then it slowly lulls you off to sleep.
Oh.
Like, imagine you're on a train, and it goes from there.
Well, I will listen to it. Send me a link to that too, along with Schlong's videos.
Yes, absolutely. He actually
oh no,
narrated a Schlong video. He wasn't in it. Like, he didn't do anything in it, but he like narrated.
Like on Twitch, he would just kind of like commentate on the video.
It's like, okay, so you know how some people voice they have the movie trailers that are voiced. It's like, in a world,
yeah, sure,
where you got a big penis, and it goes from there. It's a preview of one of Schlong's.
Oh my god,
one of his videos.
That seems really fun. Toad can do it all, everybody. Yeah, look at that. Donkey, finally, 215 episodes. I'm glad you finally decided to come on the show.
Thank you for having me.
This has been super great, super just like eye-opening, if you will. Just we learned a lot today, So thank you very much. Thanks for being here, everybody else. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you all next week, everybody. Bye. Today's playable character is played by Tyler Wood. Find him on Twitter at Tyler W. Wood, and check him out at tylerwwood.com for his website.